going to take you through a little bit of step-by-step of traveling with a bicycle, breaking it down, putting it into a bag, flying with it, and then how I particularly put it into the smallest travel bike bag, but it's basically a large suitcase. You can use pretty much anything. When I started traveling over 2 decades ago, I used bike boxes from the bike shop and also military duffel bags. So if you don't have access to a nice little bag like this, who makes it actually is Odyssey. So you can look up Odyssey, and then I believe this is the Chase Hawk bag. I'm not exactly sure, but for my bikes particularly, this fits really well. You got to break it down fairly small, taking off both wheels, handlebars, stem, seat, pedals. Yeah, pretty much piece by piece break it down. But this will allow you to kind of get onto a plane without being charged for a bike fee. Back in the day, it was $80 a bike, and now I just put it in the bag and get by with this. Oh, another one you can use as a golf bag. OGO used to make a really cool golf bag that many people in the industry use. So yeah, kind of endless of what you want to use as long as you break it down small enough, and then that's a way to get it on the plane without being charged for a bike. But I'm going to take you through a little bit step by step of how I break my bike down, headed back to the States from Costa Rica. All right, let's get it. All right, first up, going to take off the front wheel, pegs, and pedals. Generally, that's what I like to do while I got it all upside down, and then break it down further after that. All right, up next, we're gonna get the pedals, which I use a 6mm for the inside of the crank arms. All right, flip it over. Up next, we got, take the seat, stem and handlebars off with the brake cable that kind of stays tangled, and yeah, just wrap it up after that. All right, so what I like to do once the fork is out, I take the top headset bearing and the spacers with the top fork cap, put it all in there, and then I'll take a t-shirt or some sort of cloth, wrap it up, and the fork goes in first. Then I'll take an old sock, throw it over the head tube, just for a little extra protection and padding for when it's in the bag, because the front of this bag is padded, but there's no hard case, so it could potentially get damaged while I was traveling, so I just put a little extra protection. Now, we'll take the frame, and then this will go in. I think I typically go sprocket side down. Pretty sure the sprocket side down. Let's try that first. There you go. And then I'll take the bars, throw them in there, and I'll wrap them up with this other t-shirt that I have. Take your pegs, pedals, toss them in there. Throw your seat in there, and then whatever else you got to throw in there, fill it in space. Next up, the wheels. I like to go with the back wheel first with the cassette. Put back wheel first with the coaster, but the back driver in general down first. I have a flat. I don't typically have to let the air out, but it does help with this small bag. And then I'll throw the front wheel on there. Oh, actually, let's back this out. Let's wrap this up. Forgot. Let's strap down the frame and fork and bars in there. There we go. And we got everything all strapped and cinched down. Shouldn't have any movement in there. Now let's throw the wheels on top. Actually, one more time. Let's tuck it away. There we go. Oh, covered up and nice and pretty. So I'll throw the tools in my actual other luggage bag because the weight is right on the line for being overweight, but I will throw all my pads and extra bike parts in here. Actually, I can take that with me. All right, just like that. Bike is ready for travels.